We'll just check that we are live. And we are, yes, we are live. Good evening, fuckers. Now, I'll do my usual thing, which is, I'll just, kill a bit of time for a couple of minutes while we're waiting for the, let's face it, very unlikely viewers to come along. Because the closest I got to actually doing an announcement, I put a post up that I was going to do this about half hour ago. So yeah, for those who don't know, we are in the Colonia region. We've been here for a little while now. And I am once again here with CMDR PantherUK, and tonight we're going to be doing a spot of exobiology hunting. Yeah, that got everyone excited, didn't it?
I'm beside myself.
Yeah. Well, Rodian has shown up. Not late, am I? No, surprisingly enough, no, you're not. I guess in a way I am, because normally I start these things at 7, but I had to start at 8 o'clock tonight for some funny reason. Okay, so before we get underway, what are we doing actually out here in Colonia? I had a couple of things that I particularly wanted to do. And Commander PantherUK also had a couple of targets. Now, I've reached all of my targets, and I reached them a damn sight faster than I thought I was going to do. My initial plan was the trip out here, the stay in Colonia, and the trip back to the populated zone. By the time I did all of those, I wanted my exploration rank at Elite 1, and I wanted my exobiology rank at geneticist. And anything else on top of that was a bonus. Also, my plan was to be out here when the Colonia Odyssey engineers were finally added and get them all unlocked. Well, I've unlocked all of the engineers. My explorer rank is actually at Elite 2, and my exobiologist rank is at geneticist, and it is 82% through geneticist, so only 18% away from exobiology elite, which I am more than pleased with. Chris, what was your targets for while we were out here?
Well, my initial target on the way out was to get my exobiologist rank up to taxonomist, which I've done.
Which you've done,
Get as much added on to my explorer rank as possible, and I think it's in the early 30%, because it doesn't actually show you the percent anymore. I'm just guessing at that by where the bar is. But my main thing for coming out here with you was to unlock all of the ship engineers in the Colonia region, all 4 of them, which we did over the weekend. I managed to get them all unlocked, and bought yet another Python for which to do the engineering on, to get them all to grade 5, which I've also done. So hopefully I'll unlock the suit engineers as well. I've unlocked 1, so I've got 3 to go, but I think I've got enough bits to do at least another 2 of them.
If I just quickly bring up the engineers. So Baltanos, that's the engineer that you have unlocked, isn't it?
I have, yes.
So yeah, to get Baltanos unlocked. Reach friendly reputation with the Colonia Council. It's not difficult. The other three, so you have Eleanor Bracer. To unlock her, you need to visit 5 settlements in Colonia, specifically the Colonia system, not just the Colonia region. It's not that difficult. I had to get mine unlocked by raising a ticket with Frontier Developments because I visited 5 and fuck all happened. So they unlocked it for me, but they have apparently fixed this and now it unlocked properly. We hope.
Well, that'd be handy.
The third one is Rosa Dayet. You gain access to her by selling a total of 10 culinary or cocktail recipes, and you have to sell them to a station that is in the Colonia system. The good thing about that one is, as long as the total is 10, it doesn't matter, how many of each one you've got, so long as your total amount totals up 10, you're fine. I don't think you've got very many of those, have you?
Without going into inventory, I don't think I've got that many. That's sort of on my hit list of things to do.
Okay. Once you finish this, I can help out there because I got some spare ones.
Oh, that's bloody handy.
10 of them to be precise. Consider that one done. I have to say, of all the engineers out here, if you're doing like your Odyssey stuff, Rosa Dayet is probably the best one to do because there are several engineering mods that she does that I consider essential. That's definitely worth doing. And then the last of the new engineers is Yi Shen, and to gain access to him, you have to complete the referral tasks of all 3 of the previous engineers. It sounds more difficult than it is. I mean, Rosa Dayet, you have to give her 10 manufacturing instructions. Well, they are fucking piss easy to find. Eleanor Bracer, you have to give her 10 digital designs. Again, as Odyssey data materials go, they are quite easy to find. Baltanos is the only one who's a bit of a pain in the arse because you have to give him 10 faction associates data, which, if you look in the right place, is not that difficult to find, but you've got to look in the right place. Thankfully, I know a really good place, so it's not a problem, and besides which, I've got 4 spare of those, so there you go. Right, let's have a check on the old chat here. It looks like Herodian is the only one who's bored enough to log in. Typical way for FD to deal with unlocking problems, just unlock the engineer for you rather than fix the block. Yeah, I mean, it does sound like they have actually done something now to fix the unlocking of that one. But don't hold me to it.
Didn't they have a problem when the update first came in, where you could see the engineers, but you couldn't actually walk into the engineering area because it was like there was a glass wall in the way? I mean, they fixed that pretty quick, didn't they?
I don't remember encountering that particular issue. It's possibly the only issue I haven't encountered. But I would hardly be surprised if that was the case. Anyway, we'll deal with engineers another time. So we've got our course laid in. We're heading to EOL Pru PX-T D3-862. And I've not been there before. Neither of us have. But there is a reason why we are going there.
Is it because it's a system name that just rolls off the tongue?
There you go, see? Got it straight away. Why else would we be going there? I mean, you just look at the system name there and you think, well, why would you want to go anywhere else? But there is actually another reason for going there as well. This video is going to be a bit of a sort of guide to exobiology because there's no getting around it. It's not the most popular thing to do in Odyssey. And I will freely admit that if I'm playing this on my own, I really have to be in the mood to do exobiology. And I say that, I'm 18% away from elite, so I've done a fair bit. But yeah, it can get really fucking tedious. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that. No. But yeah, if you know where to look, there's a way of progressing pretty rapidly throughout, and some players I think could really do with that. Yes, Jim, who is still he's still exobiology harmless. I can't remember what the actual rank is, but fucking hell, I thought he'd have got a few ranks under his belt by now, but no.
I think it's directionless is the one you're looking for.
There we go. So who knows? Maybe after seeing this, he may reach. He may reach mostly directionless. Right. Another comment from Herodian. Anything that makes progress easier or the game more fun gets hammered down pretty quickly. Yeah, it does happen a lot. And it happened with exobiology, but this particular thing that we'll be trying out, yeah, it doesn't. I don't see it ever getting sort of, hammered away and rebalanced, as they like to call it. So right, are we all set?
I am absolutely set.
Right, okay, let's launch and make our way there. So I'm in the Club Seal, which is my Diamondback Explorer that is actually outfitted for exploration. So I can easily do this in one jump.
Diamondback Explorer, Power Slave, which is also kitted out for it. Scan detected.
I think the Diamondback Explorer has proven itself to be just the best choice ship for exobiology. The only change... Oh, God.
Such a small footprint, you can land it a lot easier. I mean, I do a lot of comedic landings, as you know, but you see, when you're in the rocky areas, it doesn't need much space. I mean, trying to land an anaconda or a python there, it's fucking crazy.
No, yeah, you got no chance. That is what I was going to say. The only change I would make to the Diamondback is if I could somehow make it even smaller, which, let's face it, is highly unlikely. I mean, if I could outfit a Sidewinder for this role, I would do it without hesitation. Anyway, let's get this system mapped. So we've got 39 bodies in this system.
Oh, I better bloody help there, hadn't I?
It's not going to take too long. 39, it's not a vast amount. Oh, it's enough, but we've got some notable stellar phenomena here as well. That'll be a Lagrange cloud. I don't know if you want to check that out.
Possibly, we'll see how the time goes.
Alright, Have you seen any Lagrange clouds yet in this game?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, I can't remember. Well, I don't think you've done it while winged with me. I mean, it's entirely possible that you did do at some point, but yeah. Alright, 23 down. Oh, it looks like I found one that you were doing.
Yeah, possible. I'm doing 8 at the moment.
You won't be doing 8 for much longer. I just finished it.
It's alright. Every little helps, etc.
Yeah, and all that fucking bollocks. Well, I have to say I am pleasantly surprised at how well the Star Wars video has gone down so far.
Have you had any more comments on it? Yeah, I know I commented first thing this morning because I think it had been up 21 minutes when I was having my polish this morning.
There have been a few comments, not a huge number of them, but yeah, there have been some there. Alright, system scan done. So let's take a look at the old system map. See if there's any terraformable candidates. I think it's unlikely. Okay, 5 is a terraforming candidate.
Well, we got to go to 5 anyway, haven't we?
7 is also a terraforming candidate. Now 5 is definitely the first place we want to, well, is some place we want to focus on. The 3 moons around 5 are all landable, all have atmospheres. There's also 2 around planet 9. But we'll do the 3 around 5 first. Now these are the ones that you really want to look for if you're doing exobiology, because they have thin atmospheres, and it's specifically atmosphere type is water. Now if you can find a planet that has thin water atmosphere, there is a very good chance you will find, on planet 5A for example, there are 6 biological features. There's also 6 on B and 6 on C, so there's 18 biological signals just on those 3 alone, and 6 is actually quite a low amount for thin atmosphere or thin water atmosphere planets. So I was expecting there to be more. So what I'll do,
Shall I head out to Planet 7 while you're explaining what's going on and get that one scanned in? Is terraformable?
okay, right, I was going to say I could head out there, but if you want to go and do that one.
No, I'll go and do it, mate.
Right, while I'm on my way to way there, let's have a look. Right, comment from Jules. I don't mind doing exobiology, but the most frustrating thing for me is trying to find bacteria. Difficult to see on some terrain. It depends how you go looking for it. I actually have no real problems finding bacteria. In fact, neither of us have any real problems finding it. But yeah, it depends on how you go about looking for the stuff. Another comment here from Custard Horror. You should play No Man's Sky Expedition 4. It's really fun. Yeah, I've said this quite a few times. I do like No Man's Sky, but I have a game-killing bug. It's the same one that Erodian Thorn has, except he has it even worse than I do. And loads of my save game slots don't work. So I either... I've got one save game slot that works, so I just have to carry on doing that. But I'd like to be able to start again and play, like, a permadeath game. I can't, because it corrupts its own save every time. So
Now, I think No Man's Sky looks lovely, but there's just too much crafting in it for me, and I work in manufacturing. I spend all day crafting. I'd be fucked if I want another full-time job when I'm trying to chill out on the computer.
it's yeah, there's no getting away from the fact that when you first start out playing that, yeah, you are going to be doing an awful lot of it. But as you progress, you don't need to do it so much. The thing with No Man's Sky is if you can get past the first, say, couple of hours and you're still enjoying it, then yeah, you're going to fucking love the game. If you know, well, if you don't enjoy the first hour, chances are that's going to be enough to put you off and you won't be playing it again. So it is quite divisive. So I love it, and I would be playing it if it wasn't for that bug, which has pretty much killed the game off for me. Right, so I've just arrived at Planet 5, so we won't be landing here, obviously, we can't, but I will map it because it's got the value.
Yeah, I'm just mapping the other one.
Alright, so that's that lot away. So let's go and head to 5A. So yeah, I haven't mapped it yet, but we know there are going to be 6 biological signals on here.
Surface scan complete.
Right, it's only 2 pros to map this thing.
Surface scanned by 50%.
There we go. So what we have here is bacterium, which we nearly always do. Cactoida. Now this one's blank, but I can be pretty sure that is Clippius, Concha, and I can't see a single blue dot anywhere on the planet's surface of that one, so that's going to be a tough one to find. Same with Fungoida, and same with Osseous. So those 3 are going to be, yeah, right bastards to fucking scan. They would be.
Excellent.
Right, now, so I'll put up Cactoida as the one that we'll be looking for, because of the 3 that we can actually see signals of, Bacterium, Cactoida and Clippius, you can see that the blue areas for those 3 all completely overlap. But Cactoida has the smallest number of like signals. So you want to land in an area where you can be sure you'll see some of those, and it's highly likely that you'll see the other 2 as well. So that's it. That is
5A, you're on it now.
Yep.
To see your team signal. I'm on, as I like to say, I'm running all the way.
Yeah. It wouldn't be us playing this game if you didn't say that at least once.
I got out of the way early.
Okay. Right, now we're a bit closer, so we can start to see that there are various shades of blue. And the areas that you really want to look for are the lighter shades. The lighter the shade of blue, the more signals there are going to be. Which it seems like, you know, pretty easy, pretty straightforward. But that isn't always the case, because on numerous occasions you'll see like 2 different shades of blue, but being able to tell which one is lighter than the other, yeah, that's not so straightforward. And this is...
It got better as Odyssey has progressed. If you remember daft looking maps I used to send you pictures of when I was trying to work out what was going on.
Yeah, although, I mean, this is one of those things where it really does show that the majority of the more vocal players within the Elite Dangerous community really are as fucking thick as pig shit. Because during the alpha, when we had the Exobiology first added, phase 3, what we got was, it looked more like a heat map, and there were a lot of different colours, and the different colours gave you an indication of how dense the signals were. The only problem is they didn't include a key down the side, so nobody knew what each of the colours was representing. And rather than asking, oh, can you add a key? And let's face it, quite a few people did ask for that. Yeah, I was one. No, all they kept saying was, no, it's shit, get rid of it. And I kind of feel like it was Frontier Development saying, yeah, okay, we'll make these cunts, we'll give them what they asked for and make them wish they'd shut the fuck up. So they did get rid of it. So we didn't get the heat map anymore. Instead, we just get this blue, which is nowhere near as clear. And yeah, there are plenty of occasions where it looks like there's a decent amount. No, there isn't. And if we'd kept the original heat map with the key down the side there, we'd be able to, see where to go far more easily than we can now. So yeah, cheers to the fucking Frontier or the Elite Dangerous community for that one. So I'm down, so I'll just wait for Panther to arrive. Let's see what we got here on the old comments here. The expeditions require a new save every time. Everyone starts from scratch. Yeah, but that just says to me then that I would have no progress whatsoever. Because yeah, every time I would load it up, if I don't use my first game save, they all start from the beginning again every single time. Erodian, yeah, I'd love to get into No Man's Sky, but I just can't make any progress at all. Haven't played since Atlas Rises. Fuck, I think that was the first major update, wasn't it? That's the last time it worked. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is going back a bit. I think the game had only been around for a year then. Scotty Doo Who. Some people like to be spoon-fed instead of thinking for themselves.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Right, I see you approaching. So I'm surrounded by quite a few Clippius, which is handy because Clippius are worth a decent amount. So it's a good starting point. And I can see a bacteria. At the moment I can't see anything else. Now it was, yeah, bacteria, Clippius and Cactoida, wasn't it, that's around here. There's no tussocks on this planet, which is surprising to say the least.
Not tussocks. That's a shocker, isn't it?
It does happen. It is rather annoying because even though tussocks are like really common, they frequently pay a decent amount. They are definitely worth, yeah, definitely worth scanning. Right, so there you're down. There's no first footfalls for this planet because, yeah, I suspect this place has been scanned several times.
I shall jump out and come and see what's about.
Dangerously high temperature detected.
And this jumping out, what people say feels tacked on, doesn't feel part of the game. Well, feels alright to me. You land, you get out. I mean, what do you want?
Yeah, I got no problem with it. Let's not mention fucking ship interiors again after I just have. Yeah, right. So, Clipius are nearby. You don't have to be too far away from each one as well. So, let's get these scanned.
Your fucking suit. I feel like I've got to pull your mask off.
Yes, I got a Scooby-Doo villain suit. So this is a Codex discovery for me, this one.
It is for me as well.
Right, let's head over here because there are several other clumps of these things. I can't remember if I said actually at the start, but yeah, I'll also be treating this as a question and answer thing. So anyone has any questions that are Elite Dangerous related for either of us, then yeah, post away.
It's a very suspicious looking plant.
Yeah, I mean there are far more phallic plants than this, but yeah, you can't really get away from it, can you?
Well, that bacteria stands out well, doesn't it?
Yeah, finding the bacteria will be no problem. Right, I was hoping these Clipius would be far enough away, but they're all showing fucking blue. Right, there's another load over here. These will be, yeah, these will be far enough away. Yeah, these are all green. These are fine. I just remember this is the first time I think you've been doing exploration since you fitted the two mods to your exploration suit, isn't it?
Well, I think you might be right, actually.
So you fitted the sprint and the jump to it, didn't you?
Yeah. What are you going to go for next? That bacteria? Or
Yeah, we'll go and grab the bacteria, we'll get them next. Trying to remember where the fuck it was.
What was the first clump we scanned?
Oh yeah, it's over here.
It's got a lump missing out of it. That's different.
I think the technical term for that is it's graphical fuck up.
That's a feature.
Yeah, okay, a feature. That one wasn't a Codex entry for me.
What's for me? Let the credits roll in.
You only get the credits for the first one you scan. You won't get any more now until we go to another planet. Right.
Yeah, I know that. I just meant for that one.
Okay. That planet looks like a low-res meatball. I don't know when that was, because it certainly doesn't look like that now.
Bloody hell. I don't think I'm far enough away, but look at the amount of...
Yeah. How the fuck did I miss those and land next to this one here? Yeah, that's a fair few.
I've not ever seen as many bacterial growths as that.
Hang on a second. You are 610 metres away at the moment.
Well, we'll give it a try. I'll land near this one. I'll
Yeah.
see what happens.
So,
That was the landing I've been proud of, Chris.
that was that good, was it? So, I've already forgotten who it was.
Like the front of my chin.
High temperature detected.
Well, fairly close. Anyway, these bacteria, well, this one here is certainly green. Anyway, I can't remember who it was who was saying that, yeah, finding bacteria was the pain. Use your ship to find bacteria. It makes it infinitely easier.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, just fly along relatively slowly. As long as you don't go higher than, say, 150, maybe 200. Keep it below that, and yeah, you'll find them.
I thought the goal of the figure was 800.
Yeah, 800 is not the best. we'll leave it at that. All right, I've got another one here.
I've got a load here and all.
All right, well, these are the third, so if this one's any good.
Oh, I'll tell you what, there's so much bacteria on here. I mean, this planet must be the underside of a student's toilet.
Well, that would explain a lot.
High temperature detected.
So it's not me, but it's a giant turd.
Yeah, I found plenty of planets that, yeah, could certainly be described that way. Right, there's also a load of cactoida around where I am.
I'll get back in when I've scanned this and come over where you are.
Alright.
See, this is the joy of doing it in a wing, or in a team as they call it now.
Yeah, exactly. You got, you double your chances of finding stuff. It does make a big old difference. I mean, admittedly, when you're looking for like these sort of signals, they're not difficult to find. But where being in a team really comes into its own is when you're in the mountainous area and you're looking for fungoida and all that fucking shite.
Shite being the operative word.
Yeah. Right, what else we got here comment-wise? The distinctive nudging around of a ship looking for a landable patch of ground. Oh yeah, we've all done that. The only time I have a problem with a black transition from ship to ground is when it takes 20 seconds to do, all of the time making stepladder noises. Those noises, especially that clicking sound, I find them so irritating. They are really fucking annoying. You'll only ever see that many bacterial growths on Daniela Westbrook's OnlyFans page. Oh. You can't really argue with that, can you?
Alright, you leave Daniela alone. She's a friend of a friend that went to state school of mine, and apparently, besides the fact she's got no nose left, she's actually a really nice person.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Yeah, I've always just been under the impression that she's a bit of a diva cunt, really.
Right, I'm disembarking, see as I park next to you now.
You park next to me, you're about 200 metres or so away from where I am.
Oh, I'm quite close to your ship.
Oh yeah, you're close to the ship, but I'm 250 metres away from the ship.
Yeah, fuck knows where you are.
Use the compass.
Yeah, I am using the camera right now, I've got you. I elected to look the complete opposite direction at first, so I had to go all the way around.
Yeah. These cactoida are the most valuable cactoida variant in the game. which is always welcome. These pay about 711,000.
Yeah, I'll quite happily have some of that. Got to say though, it does. I mean, the graphics on the plants are nice, but this one kind of looks like a primary school kid's got a load of marrows and a few other things and sort of stuck them together with PVA glue.
Yeah, this I think is the worst looking plant of the lot. I don't know if these other ones are going to be far enough away to scan, but we'll give them a try. Because I think with Cactoida, you've only got to be about 300 metres apart.
Yeah, for those not in the know, if you look in your codex under your discoveries, it will tell you how far apart things have got to be.
Yeah, right, these are all blue, they're no good. So, back to the ships and yep, continue the search from the air. I think with 6 biologicals, especially with one of them being that Cactoida variant, I think we can certainly expect 1 million from each of these 3 moons.
Yeah, that'll do nicely.
Don't know about the other 2. I ain't got a fucking clue what's on them. So we'll check those once we've done these. I found another batch of Cactoida. They must be far enough away, but we'll fly there anyway. We won't bother doing it on foot. Whereabouts are they? Don't tell me I've flung past them. I can't see the fucking things now. They seem to have disappeared. It's
Fucking hell, someone passed me a new Lukozer, this one's broke.
if you want to take the lead on the exploration front, you know, feel free. I got no problem with that.
There's a solo one over here.
Sounds good.
I'll go and see if it's any good. Bloody hell, I landed right on top of it near enough. Yeah, this one's green.
Okay, there's a couple more here as well.
Dangerous
Yeah, the one I'm looking at is right behind my thruster.
Oh, I see it.
Matron.
Right, 2 down, 1 to go. Right, I found some more. I think these will be far enough away. And seeing as I completely lost the other lot that I found when boarding my ship, I'm going to head there on foot. Yeah, these must be far enough away. Yeah, they're all green. These are good.
Won't take me long to get there.
Oh, you jumped in your SRV, did you?
Well, I'd already boarded when you started running away, so I thought, well, rather than fucking spend ages running over there, I'll jump in my car.
Yeah, that works.
Well, that's another one done.
Right. So now we've got to go back up into space and see if we can find any actual blue patches for the others. Now the good thing is the other three, so they were, Fungoida, Osseous and Concha. They'll all be in the same place. So doesn't matter what you're looking for, if you see a blue spot, all three of them will be there.
Alright.
Landing gear retracted.
Oh, you're a bit slow on the old boarding from your SRV, aren't you?
Yeah. Remember that great big cactoida that was at the back of my ship?
Oh yeah. Oh, is it blocking your entrance?
I say it's a ding dong.
Yeah, I should have known better, shouldn't I?
Yep.
Right, what we got comments wise? Bugger all new ones. Right, so we now start using this again. I'm not seeing anything at all this side of the planet for Concha, Fungoida or Osseous.
Very good, eh?
Absolutely nothing. Alright, we may have to try looking on the night side.
That looks like a cock up to me because I'm moving away from the planet in the discovery thing, and there's not a single blue mark on there.
Yeah, nothing's coming up at all. I mean, I certainly wouldn't rule out the possibility that it's fucked up. Jeez. Hang on. I think I can see some, but fucking hell, they're small.
This is the joy of exploration.
Orbital flight engaged.
Yeah, I'm not so sure I did now. I think it was just part of the planet's surface. No, there is blue there, but I mean, we are literally talking like pinheads.
Well, you got better eyes than I have, mate. Oh, I found I can see one thing looks like a light on the planet. I think that's where you might be heading to.
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 of them. I'm heading towards what looks like to me the biggest, and it's still tiny.
Well, I think we're heading to the same place. We'll find out in a minute, won't we?
Yeah, I'm gonna land, well, try and land within it. Of course, it fades out now. Of course, the tough part here is, okay, we found a signal, and we may even be able to land within that signal, but they then, three of them have to be far enough apart. Now that won't be a problem with Concha, but yeah, Osseous in particular, that's going to be a fucking yeah, that's going to be a real joy, that.
Well, I'd imagine on the deck that area is a lot bigger than it looks from space.
Comment from Merodian. I can't tell if that's the sounds of the surface scanner or Panther vaping over the comms. I'd play it safe and say it's the latter.
Well, there's definitely some plant life about here.
I've got the long fucking wait for it to emerge.
We want to be careful. I'm trying to land in the dark here.
Alright, well, I have finally arrived. I'll use night vision and lights. There you go. 'Cause I can see some plants, but they look like Clippius and what's the other one? Cactoida.
Has that helped?
It's I can see it's illuminated part of the terrain. It's not made a lot of difference.
Oh, it was worth a try.
Oh, it was worth a shot.
It's going to be fun for me. I've got no night vision on this suit.
Yeah, you got to use your lights. Yeah, these are all Clippius.
That's a really long set of steps on my ship this time.
It sounds like you got the same experience I did leaving. Everything I'm seeing looks like Clippius and Cactoida.
Have we not done them already?
Yeah, done both of those.
Alright, I'll have a look behind the ships, go the other way.
Alright.
I flew over some stuff on the way in.
There's no point me heading towards Cactoida. Let's try this way. It's more Clippius again. As much as I hate leaving a planet with, only scanning half what's there, I think with how small these signals are for these last three, we may want to consider that for this one. And just go on to 5B.
Well, I'll head back to my ship then.
I'm just going to check one other thing that I can see in the background. I should have got me fucking SRV. Oh, you know, it's too far away. And even if we do find one, the chances of finding 3 of them are slim. So, yeah, I don't know about you, but I am quite happy to just take those 3 for this planet.
Yeah, I mean, if we're scratching around in the dark, it's not going to make for an interesting stream either, is it? I'll set course for 5B.
Yeah, okay.
It'd be alright if I take off, or do you want me away?
Oh, yeah, you can head off if you want. I'm about 350 metres away, so I've still got a bit to go.
I'll head over, but I won't scan it until you're up into space, otherwise it won't share it, will it?
It should do, but I'm not 100% sure if it will. Alright, well, I'm boarding. Hang on, I'm launching even.
Landing gear retracted.
Alright, well that planet started off well and then it turned to shit. Pretty fucking, pretty sharpish.
It's the joys of exploration, though, isn't it?
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna get. Alright, so 5B next. It's not exactly far away.
Well, it looks like we're approaching it from the dark side, so I'll scan it from this side. We're going to want to go around the other side, I'd imagine.
Yeah, okay. Right. Question from Erodian Thorn. Is it worth coming out to Colonia just to unlock the engineers? I'll let you answer that one first.
Well, the ship engineers, yeah, definitely, because now I've got another 4 blueprints pinned, so I can do more engineering in stations and on carriers and that. And I've only got to go to the engineers if I want to get the experimentals put on. So I can pretty much do an entire ship now, fully engineer it to grade 5, barring the experimentals. Either on Lukozer's carrier, where most of all my ships apart, bar 1. And you know, I can sort my ships out from now. And that was one of the main reasons I wanted to come out here.
Yeah, and to add to that, there are some engineering options that are available to you out in Colonia that you can't get anywhere else. Just give me a sec. Oh God. Yeah, sorry about that. Right, yeah, so for example, the engineer Mel Brandon, he will do shield cell banks to grade 4. No other engineer does that. He will also do frameshift drive interdictors to grade 5. Again, no other engineer does that. And then you've got the engineer Etienne Dawn. He will engineer life support to grade 5. again, no other engineer will. So it is definitely, I think, worth coming out here. It's not like the game is going to suffer if you don't do it, but I do think it is worthwhile.
Yeah, plus with the fact they're putting the mega ship super highway in now, you know, it's not going to be such a crutch to fly all the way out there on your own if you haven't got a carrier.
And the other thing is, actually, if we go back to engineers, unlocking the engineers out here is much easier than the engineers in the main populated zone. So you can get access to all of your suit and weapon engineers a lot faster than you could, you know, if you stay in the main populated area. So that's another reason that would make it worthwhile.
Well, yeah, the other thing I will add about the ship engineers, I unlocked all 4 in one session. And we was playing for about, what, 3 or 4 hours?
Well, when you did the ship ones, yeah, it was quite quick. Yeah, because their initial contracts and all that, they're not difficult at all. So, yeah, it's so yeah. Even if it is just to unlock engineers, yeah, I'd say it's worth coming over. I'm just dropping out of Suit Cruise. I'm heading towards a crater which looks reasonable, not fantastic, but not terrible.
Yeah, I've just seen where you're coming down. I've just got to go away from the planet and come back, so I'm going to be too steep otherwise.
Alrighty. So I've got bacteria selected. But it's exactly the same like signals here as on the previous planet, but this time the fungoida, the concha and the osseous, yeah, their signals were much bigger. Had no problems finding them. Well, I say no problems, we're talking about fungoida and osseous here. But it'll be a damn sight easier than the last place anyway.
Well, there was much more to see on the surface, I noticed when I scanned it.
Alright, I'll put down here, got plenty of bacteria nearby, and we've got Clipius and we got Cactoida again, so yeah, this is a good spot. Alright. Couple of comments from Stephen. I don't know if that's Stephen Jacques. Well, yeah, however it's pronounced anyway. Slightly off topic. Fingers crossed the James Webb launch goes to plan this December. I hope that means more to you than it does to me. I've no idea who James Webb is. The surface on that planet looks a bit odd. I suspect that's because of the detailed surface scanner you know, showing the blue patches that was doing that. Oh, I can see you. I can't see how far away you are. 3 kilometres, right. Right, next comment. I decided to follow loosely your trip to Sagittarius A star. It's been fun in inverted commas. To find the places you first discovered way back in 2015. James Webb is the new space telescope to replace Hubble. replacing. I thought they'd already replaced Hubble. Well, let's put it this way. I mean, when it first goes online, it's got to work better than Hubble did when they first started that up, because it looked like it was going to be a total disaster. So, yeah, in that regard, yeah, it's got to be better. As for the trip to Sagittarius A star, it's worth doing. It was the first time I went to Sagittarius A star. It was by far the most valuable object you could scan when exploring. Fucking hell, how times have changed. Because the value of it hasn't changed at all. It's still worth something in the region of 600,000. Which is fuck all now. Right, let's get the old Clipius scanned here. I'm still thinking of going back to Sagittarius A star. I wouldn't take the carrier, and checking out the two inhabited systems that are nearby. I know one's a like penal colony. I don't know what the other one is. I'm guessing it's like a research system. I haven't got a clue what's in either of them. But if I've got the means to at least sell my exploration data, then yeah, that would be worth doing. It would certainly go some way towards getting up to Elite 3. Right, these Clipius are good. Right, that's those. I think there were some in this direction.
Yeah, it says Clipius, it looks like it said Lyceum Orange or something. I would call this personally the dog's cock variety.
Yeah, I must admit I am rather glad that they decided to name it and not you then.
Well, you say that, but I think the game would be more amusing if I named everything.
I dread to think what sort of names you'd come up with for half of this stuff. Right, yeah, we've got some more Clipius over here. These ones must be fine. So there's one even closer. Yeah, these are good.
I passed both a bacteria and a cactoida on my way over to here.
Yeah, I saw the cactoida. And I remember seeing the bacteria. Actually, yeah, I can see it now. Which you want to go for next, cactoida or bacteria? I suspect we're going to have to search from the whichever one we go with.
It might be worth doing the cactoida first, because the bacteria is really going to stand out on this planet again, isn't it?
Yeah, plus the cactoida is worth a hell of a lot more. Yes, you got the name right. You're one of the few that do pronounce Jake's right. Okay. It helps. I went to school with somebody called Simon Jakes. So, yeah, I just referred to that. Where's that fucking cactoida gone? Hang on, I can see one here.
Trying to see where you're heading to. I'm running straight towards some.
Alright. We'll see how far away you are. Oh, okay, no, we're heading the same one.
Oh, alright. I was just backtracking the way I came and then I can see it again.
Alright, got some more comments here. I will say it did feel strange to explore like we can now with the full spectrum scanner. and how you literally had to fly to anything you wanted to scan. Now we only need to do that if we want to map something, which there are occasions, not very often, but there are occasions when I do wish that you still had to go up close to something to scan it. When you go to a system that's got like a supergiant star, but it's not the primary star, so if you're using the FSS to scan that, it just looks like a regular star. You don't get any idea of how big the fucking thing is. Other than that, yeah, I'm much happier using the FSS. I was not a fan of having to fly all the way to whatever it was, just to scan it. Especially there were occasions I would go to a system because I knew there was a black hole in there. I really wanted to see it, and yeah, the black hole was about 250,000 light seconds away from the entry point. Yeah, cheers.
I'll have a look in the crater.
Okay, yeah, I'll stick around the perimeter of it. Coming from a Rhodian, we'd have fewer Pisceus cobbles and more shitty brown stones if Panther was in charge of the names. Yeah, there you go. Someone knows you all too well, don't they?
Yeah, right, somewhere I am, mate.
Right, well you are close to a kilometre away, so they will be fine.
There's also a load of bacteria in here. If we hang around this crater, we should be able to get both of these, I think.
Oh, easy. I'm sure they said that the terrain was fine, and then I came down, and now it's still showing blue, but I fucking hate it when it does this.
It's because you're on a bit that's got an undulating surface. There you go.
There we go, down now.
This one looks like the Indians been having a go at it. It's got loads of, looks like arrows sticking out the side of it.
Oh,
So it's not Indians, Native Americans. Just,
I'll still call them Indians though. Fuck everyone who keeps moaning on about, oh no, you're not supposed to say that. Yeah, there's no fucking law against it, so fuck off. Alright, now what's the next? The method and techniques you first put to use are still relevant in today's exploration. We just have a faster turnaround time, and despite using neutrons and having a 64 light year jump range. Yeah, I mean, I remember first time I went to Sagittarius A star. I can't remember if the neutron star boosting was in the game or not at the time. I don't think it was.
there's some here. I'm just trying to find a landing spot.
Yeah, well these will be fine because you were about 700 meters away from me.
Yeah. Yeah, I was watching me distance from you on my dashboard.
Yeah, these are all good.
Warning. Dangerously high temperature detected.
Alright, so if we just take the two cactoida from the two planets that we've scanned, we've already made 1.4 million just from them.
Well, before I get back in my ship, I'm sure there was a bacteria around here.
Yeah, there's a few of them.
Yeah, there is a few of them. Right. It's up to you if you want to follow me, the one I'm running to.
Well, I'm hoping you're heading to the closest one, so yeah, I'll just follow the lead.
They're not that far. It's the other side, this little rocky bit.
Yeah, going back to what I was saying about the first trip to Sagittarius A star. Of course, then Colonia wasn't in the game. So, I mean, it was literally, go there and then come back. I couldn't hand in any data or anything until I'd got all the way back again. Oh yeah, one other thing to add about what Erodian was asking about, if it's worth coming out here just to do the engineers. If you don't fancy, flying out here, I know you've got a carrier. If you fill it with tritium, I think I used just over 6,000 tons to get here. So if you load up about, if you load up 13,000 tons of tritium, then that will be enough. And as I've been finding out, if you set up purchase orders in your commodities board and you buy in minerals, the like good paying core minerals, you will make a fucking fortune when you get back to the populated zone.
Well, this bacteria I'm stood on is pretty good.
Yeah, your ship looks like it's absolutely surrounded by them.
Yeah, I've just landed in the middle of a fucking huge growth of the things.
Alright, that is 2.
So I'll hunt about while you're looking at the comments, no problem.
Yeah, I only need one more bacteria. Right, what else we got? It's a CMDR. It wasn't. They didn't have the graphical effects that we now have with the tails. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because the first time I went out there, neutron stars were literally just a pixel. That's all it was. Erodian, interesting. The minerals idea sounds good. Well, I can show you with me carrier management here. So if I bring up my market, so this is what I've done. So so you can see the prices. So I currently have 239 Alexandrite, 49 Benitoite, 187 Grondidierite, 478 low temperature diamonds. I'm only paying 173,000. I think initially I had it at 178,000 and I dropped it a bit. So I've got 130 monazite, 109 musgravite, 150 painite. I didn't bother listing them again because I'm not that fussed about painite, to be honest. Only 12 rod plumsite, but it'll still do. 65 surrenderbite and 329 void opals. The reason why I've got that many, I think, is pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, the buying prices for those around Colonia is shit. And at the moment, my carrier, it seems to be paying the best prices for them anywhere. So everyone's just coming to me and selling them there. And okay, I can't sell them on while I'm around here, but you know I'm not going to be out here permanently. So when I go back to the main bubble, yeah, I'm sitting on a fucking fortune.
Dangerously high temperature detected.
You got a good one then?
Yeah, I got one. Yeah, that's him done.
Get back in. Get back in your ship.
Oh, bollocks, I think I... Oh, no. Right. Yeah, I'm just... Right. Next comment of Stephen J. TSW2 also has a hardcore of total brown noses who worship and commend DTG on how great the game is and that every game has bugs. You're gonna have to help me out on what TSW2 and DTG is. So yeah, I'm not too clued up on them. Right, let's launch, head back into space and see if we can find somewhere that has decent signal strength for the other three on this planet.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, fine, got it.
3, 2,
That would be a good idea, yeah.
I was just looking through the comments.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, no, yeah, get out of the drop zone. There we go, right. Now check. Alright, so Concha. God
Well, on the
dear.
initial scan, they looked bigger areas by quite some distance than the last planet.
Oh yeah, they are.
So if they've disappeared now, then it is a definite fuck up.
Oh no, they're there. The fungoid signals are much smaller than the other two. But I've still got what looks like quite a good signal. The terrain doesn't look too great, but we should be able to find all three here. Well, the good news is I think the fungoida that's going to be around here will be fungoida gelato, which are actually, they're not so bad to find.
Famous last words.
Well, they're certainly a downside better than the stigmasis ones. I found a few osseous. It's osseous discus and concha as well. Well, concha, you don't have to be very far from to scan those. So I think we'll go for the concha first, and then we'll go for the osseous.
Right, I'm just coming in, just about to drop out a glide. It worked out a lot easier to actually let you drop out first before I followed you down. I didn't overshoot this time.
No, I didn't overshoot at all. I did quite well this time. Right, yeah, I'm not in a starting a price war with you while you're out there, but I'm probably going out maybe next year. I'll have come back long before then, so yeah. Alright, Stephen J, you must have missed the early message. Train Sim World 2 and Dovetail Games. Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't catch that that bit. I do have a train sim game. I can't remember which one it is, but I do quite enjoy playing that. I'll say that. I haven't played it for about 3 years, but I did enjoy playing it back when I actually did load the thing up.
Warning. Dangerously high temperature detected.
Right, we're certainly going to have no problems with the Concha, because there are some the other side of your ship there, so even if these ones here are all too close to each other, we've got those ones we can fall back onto.
I mean, have you scanned anything yet?
No, not yet.
Right. There's enough about, isn't there?
Yeah, this is a good spot here. So we'll take this Concha here. I have a funny feeling this might be a codex entry. No, it isn't. But
I don't ever recall seeing any one of these. This looks like a Corona penis. That's what I would have called it anyway.
I don't doubt you would have called it that. Don't doubt that one bit.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Right, now let's see if this lot over here. They're too close, but there were some up here. You're joking, this one's coming up blue and all. Fuck's sake. Right. Well, there's got to be some others around here. Yeah, I can see some. We're not exactly on top of them, but there are some.
All the fun and exploration.
Conchas, you can usually scan them quite close to each other. Hang on, there's a load here which are much closer. Yeah, these are good. Alright, that's two. So we can either get the ones that are the other side of your ship, or we can carry on going after these ones that I saw in the distance.
Can do. I've got 72% energy left.
Okay.
Suit energy, I should say.
Alright, yeah, you'll be fine. We're only scanning one more of these, then one of the osseous, and then we can bugger off. Right, these two are good.
Yeah, I can see that. They light up from quite a way back, don't they?
Oh yeah, yeah. Right, that's the Concha done. So yeah, we head back to where all those osseous were.
What, Ossos, Discos,
Yeah, the old ossos, as Morbid Angel would, well, not only call them, that's basically every word in the English language they turn to ossos. Fucking shitbird. I suppose it doesn't really matter which of these osseous we scan, because all the rest that we can see are far too close. You've got to be 800 metres between each one of these. So I'll do this one purely because it's the first one that I can't do.
I'll do it as well because I'm heading straight towards it because I was following you.
Stephen Jakes, I never knew your favourite was Yolanda on the Amiga. Such a chilled game. God. Yeah. Anyway, great to catch a stream. As for the past 2 months, I think I pretty much binged watched your Elite and Retro game vids. Fucking hell. It makes you sound like a bit of a masochist there, I think. Actually, this is how I found your channel. I was looking for a video on the original carrier command on the Amiga. My video of carrier command pissed me off because, yeah, the copy I had was fucked, and yeah, the game kept going tits up after a short while. I've got a much better got rid of it now, so yeah, it now works better. I've also got carrier command 2, which was gifted to me. I've still not even booted it up yet though.
I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but there is a really good carrier command video on my channel. It's the PC version, but that's a mate of mine showing you how to really play the game.
Yeah, I mean, in that video, he does more in the opening 20 minutes than I think I did the first couple of days. You know what I mean? Oh, it's like a machine playing that. There's no way a human being could, you know, make that much progress that fast.
He does though. That's the trouble. That's my friend Sassamisa1806. That's his YouTube channel. He won't just play a game. He never cheats, and he will learn how to play a game inside out. I mean, there's a couple of hour video of him doing the first mission on Captive, and that's like watching a machine play as well.
Oh yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. Right, these osseous here, these will be okay. Landing here might be a bit of a task.
Yeah, as you say. There you go, I just reversed it. Bloody handy.
Yeah, that's alright.
I'm a little bit further away than I intended to be, but...
That's no problem though. Right, so we've got two of those, one more, and then it's where the fuck are the fungoida?
That sounds like a sitcom.
Sounds like a sitcom that I wouldn't want to go anywhere near.
I'm running behind your ship. Please don't take off and burn me with the boosters. I'm clear.
Another comment here reminds I was gutted that we never got to see the alien from your C64 review of Alien. Oh, fucking tell me about it. I mean, I basically played the game. It was a full-length game, not the short one, and I carried on going until the time ran out, and I never saw it once. Right, this osseous here should be good. That was quite a slam landing there.
Gotta be sure sometimes, isn't you?
Alright, yeah, it's great. This is fine.
Dangerously high temperature detected.
That's the osseous done, so it is just the fungoida left on this planet. I'm convinced that it will be the gelato one. So they are, well, they shouldn't be that bad to find. And when you do find them, there's like huge, great, sprawling fields of the things.
Well, we can have a look, can't we?
Oh yeah. I ain't giving up on these. The other planet, yes, gave up on that because those signals were fucking tiny. Here, we certainly don't have that problem.
Well, now, are these likely to be in more rocky areas?
Yeah, they're likely to be on the edge of a flat. So you have like a flat area and then quite a rocky edge and a bit of a drop, and they're likely to be on that sort of terrain.
Righto.
Right on cue, there's a load here, and I do mean a load, and it is the gelato ones.
Your powers of prediction are getting better.
Yeah, for once, I think this is the first time ever in an Elite Dangerous video.
Warning. Dangerously high temperature detected.
Well, that was a shock. Just getting told dangerous high temperatures.
Yeah, they're actually fine. Now, I think it's highly unlikely that these others are far enough away, but I'll just give it a try.
Yeah. Obviously, if I'd have been naming it, these would have been bucket of fucking snakes.
Yeah. Why would it be anything else? These are all blue. These are no good. So we got one, but yeah, that is it.
Liking the new fucking jump assist on my suit.
It does make a big old difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
This looks like the sort of territory you find another load of them. I thought I'd found some, but it's a load of concha. I have found some now, though.
Well, I'll turn round. I went off in the other direction to you to have a look.
Oh, what else we got there? Another Stephen Jakes comment. In my mammoth run through your ED playlist, I did let out a little cheer when you gave Exobiology both barrels. What an arrogant cunt that bloke is. Fucking hell. You know, ever since like the 84 version of Elite came out, it has always been play the game your way. So yeah, you know, if you're doing something in the game and it works for you, then you know, yeah, it's right. Nothing wrong with it. And then this cunt comes along and he's saying, yeah, if you're doing it a different way to the way he is telling you, yeah, you're doing it wrong. And he will absolutely insist that is the case. Even today, he still insists his way is right, every other way is wrong. I'll just fuck off, you piece of shit.
Well, I mean, you've shown me loads of stuff in this game, and when I was originally doing ships and doing weapons, you were like, yeah, this. I'm like, nah, multi-cannons.
Yeah, exactly. You see, multi-cannons work for you. I've got, I think, 3 ships that use multi-cannons. A lot of the time, they're not really for me. But yeah, that doesn't mean, I'm not going to sit there and say, oh no, if you're using multi-cannons, yeah, you're doing it wrong. Just fucking no. These are all blue again.
Yeah, so I see. So we'll check the ones up the side of this hill. You never know.
Okay, I didn't even bother checking those.
No,
Yeah.
they're all blue as well.
Yeah, I can see you're only 150 something metres away. I think with Fungoidy you've got to be 300 between each one. Right. One last Fungoider and then we can head off to Planet C, which will have exactly the same things again.
It's alright if they're paying the money.
Yeah, I mean if he's got the same Cactoida variant again, that'll be 2.1 million just from the Cactoidas alone. I mean, you'd be mad not to do it.
Yeah, although after that planet, I might have to call it a night, seeing as I'm going to get up at silly o'clock.
Yeah, that is true.
Gone are the furlough days, Chris.
Yeah. Yeah, they are very much a thing of the past. I think I've just found some. Yeah, it's nowhere near as big a sort of field of them as the previous 2, but who cares?
I'd stay in your ship for a minute if I was you.
Right, okay. Like that, is it?
There you go, I'm down.
Yes.
I didn't want to clatter into you.
I say it didn't look too bad, and for once it didn't sound bad either.
Sometimes I think that's just the game fucking up, because there's sometimes your ship comes down with an elephant bang and all the shields light up and you're like, no.
Yeah, I think it does exaggerate it a bit. Right, planet done. So right, and yeah, Formula One Mad X. Yeah, his thrilling insight there. Yeah, ta-da.
What was it? I missed it.
It's something about cats are wonderful and shouldn't be eaten. Yeah, okay.
Well, yeah, why would you want to eat any carnivore? That's just common sense. What a prick.
Speaking of cats, yeah, my guest is yeah, still behind us.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Well, it's a lot further away than the previous planet was. You know, a whole 2.09 light seconds.
I've got a few to make it.
It might be tight, but I think you might scrape it. I forgot all about the fact that there were two terraformable candidates in this system. So yeah, we got the value as far as the exploration goes, as well as the exobiology.
Very handy, that. I appear to have pulled away from you somewhat.
Looks like we're pretty much neck and neck. Are you mapping this one, or am I?
I can map it, I'm in range of it. Mind you, so you can do it. I'll do it if you want, you can look at the signals.
Okay. There's a question to you from Stephen Jakes here. Has Panther come round to The Last Jedi yet?
It's not very likely, is it? Let's be honest.
Well, I guess in a way it may have gone up in your estimate, because it's not the worst film now. It's the equal worst film.
Yeah, but that's not really saying much, is it? Let's be honest.
Well, no, but
No, it just means the other one's gone down in my estimation.
yeah, that would be more like it. Right, so yeah, it's exactly the same as the previous one. So
You're in front, so I'll follow you. Oh no, I'm in front now.
I was just
We'll play leapfrog.
alright. Well, I've got bacterium highlighted because, again, the other two will be wherever the bacterium is. Seeing a few
Orbital flight engaged.
craters that look very promising.
What? I'll just follow you in.
Yeah, terrain looks reasonable. Yeah, this one don't look too bad. Should be okay for finding the first three.
On the deal.
Landing gear deployed.
Alright, so we've got loads of Clipius around us. Got some Cactoida, no bacteria, but yeah, it's looks like an okay spot to land. You shot way past me.
Yeah, I didn't have my landing gear down, so...
Okay.
Natural air rate. That's only 800 kilometres. Metres, not 800. 800 kilometres is the spotting distance, I've got to remember that.
Yeah, 800 kilometres. Yeah, that is quite a distance away.
Well, since I haven't done it yet tonight.
Warning. Dangerously high temperature detected.
Yeah, I'm already out. Yeah, right. That is about. There you go. The shields are on now. Right. You just can't stop. You know, you just can't help yourself, can you?
Well, that's a good bit of parking.
Is that it?
Didn't blow up, did you?
No, but I am here in my Diamondback with the really pissant little shields.
Yeah, I know, that's why I didn't slam into it. Just gave it a gentle nudge.
That's very decent of you.
So you're more than welcome.
Right, let's see if this lot over here should be fine. Yeah, these are all green. Alright, I wonder if this lot behind my ship are far enough away. It only needs to be 150 metres, so I would imagine they would be.
Yeah,
Yep.
it should be.
Yeah, these good. Well, one isn't, but
Well, we won't scan that one.
yeah, we can leave that one. Years of exobiology expertise there that led me to make that decision. Right, cactoida. Yeah.
There's some the way I'm facing. There's some close to where you're looking.
Oh yeah. Let's have a look at those. Hopefully these will be far enough away that we can do these and the ones that I was heading towards. Although I'll do the one that's, I mean, it's only further away by about, 3 feet or something, but it is further away, so it might make all the difference.
It comes down to a metre or so, yeah, it will do.
Well, one thing is for sure, I've definitely scanned enough to gain at least 1% on my rank. I think the rank you're on, you gain 1% for every 500,000 or so. So you're looking at a 6% increase just from the cactoida.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, these are good. These are green. Right. Now. can't see any others, so I think it's back to the ships.
I'll take off first, seeing as you've got wanky shields.
Hey, Jesus Christ, look at it.
That's quality parking, mate. I mean, if this was a very small parking area, we would have both fit on there.
Yeah. It looks like gee whiz parking when you get them fucking park, you know, 2 in 1 parking spot. Oh, look at that.
That's small ships, boy. Right, are you back in your ship now?
I am, yes.
Well, stand firm.
There we go. Managed to get away without without incident.
Right, okay, toilet looks like it's coming over this way.
Okay. I'll keep looking around the perimeter just in case. Hopefully we'll find some bacteria around here. Well, I found a shitload here. If you know, if those ones you're heading towards are any or no good.
No, it was a rock just from a distance. It's one of them really tall rocks.
Oh yeah. No surprise, these are all green.
Dangerously high temperature detected.
Right, so definitely 2.1 million then from those. See what else we got in the old comments. Stephen Jakes just confirming that he did say that with tongue firmly in cheek. I think we kind of figured. Yeah, if the Last Jedi ever gets mentioned, and you know the words shit or you know fucking bollocks or anything like that are not featured in the same sentence, then yeah, it's usually a bit of a piss take. Not as much of a piss take as the entire fucking film was, but you know. Oh fuck it! I've just launched and there's like 3 bacteria right here. These bacteria are not so easy to spot.
Well, I'll get out and I'll come running over them.
Right, I've landed right on top of one.
Dangerously high
Alright.
temperature detected.
Bacterium tela, which I seem to recall is worth next to fuck all, but you may as well.
Oh, you're a bit closer than I thought you were.
Yeah. I was wondering, you know, why the fuck is he taking his SRV out here?
Yeah, you looked a bit further away from that from my ship. There you go.
Yeah, 143 metres, I mean, yeah, you don't want to take any chances, eh? Yeah, you see what I mean about it being not so easy to spot.
Yeah.
This one is not one of those giant cowpats.
No, although on this coloured surface it does look a bit blue and veiny. That's quite worrying.
Right, you're in your SRV, yeah. Let's see if I spot any more while you make your way back to your ship. Yeah, I found another.
Alright. Just getting back on.
that did look like a bit of a almost like a crash landing. What we got here? Right, erosion could definitely do with a bit of work in this area. Again, there isn't much to do other than one, walk up to thing, and two, scan thing. Yeah, yeah, I suppose, you know, there's not a lot getting away from it. I mean, that is what we're doing, but well, I mean, I'm certainly not going to say here and say I can't stand it, because, yeah, I mean, you know, my rating suggests that clearly I've done a fair bit of it. Right, there's another one here. I think we're far enough away.
I would definitely say it's better when you do this, when you're teamed up with someone.
Oh, yeah.
I'll grab this one, soon as it's the last one.
Okay. I'm not 100% sure if this one's far enough.
Warning. Dangerously high temperature
Well, if
detected.
it ain't, this one will be.
Yeah, this one's good. Yeah, exobiology is certainly much better when you're teamed up with someone. So I really have to be in the mood for it if I'm going to do it while I'm playing, you know, just me on my own. But I'm being just 18% away from elite is certainly spurring me on. So, you know, I am quite determined to get there. I don't think I'm going to be feeling quite so determined to get, you know, elite 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, but I'm sure I will do some. You know, I'm not just going to get to elite and say, right, that's it, I'm not doing exobiology again.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2.
When you prat about in a wig, like with my comedic parking and stuff like that, it does take the tedium out of it a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like that about material gathering on planets in SRVs as well, don't I? So.
Yeah, and you think about it, there's not a lot of difference between material gathering and exobiology. So, you know, if you don't like doing exobiology, then I can only assume that you're not going to like, you know, gathering materials either. Right, so, yeah, the signals for Concha, Fungoida, Osseous, they're all the same. They're all in the same spot.
Alright, I'll just follow you down again.
Alright, I am going ahead. Alright. Over.
Down to the planet, we say no, follow me, and we so.
Yeah, no, I think, yeah, I've found somewhere that looks pretty good.
Well, I'm only 100 kilometres away. Of course, that's fuck all in a ship like this.
Oh yeah. There's another thing that I like about the Diamondback. Its speed is none too shabby. I mean, okay, there's plenty of ships that are faster than it, but it's not terrible.
No, not at all. I can't remember why I bought this originally before. I know it wasn't finished because I bought it before Odyssey came out.
Yeah, I think wasn't it originally your? I think, yeah, it was originally your out and out exploration ship. You just changed it a bit so that you know, it'll be all right for exobiology as well. Not that it really needs a lot of changing in that regard.
No, not really. I mean, I already had the two vehicles in it. It was more the suits that were changed for this sort of caper.
Yeah. I got quite a few concha here. Pretty sure I've got enough to get all three in this one space. Well, a few more comments here. I know it's probably not what should be said these days, but with everything considered, I always felt the new Star Wars movies were less about continuing a story, but more about virtue signalling.
And then some.
Yeah, a tick box exercise to try and represent everyone, regardless of if it fit or worked within established narratives of the original. I don't know about everyone. You know, white heterosexual middle-aged men. You're not going to get them represented by anyone now because, yeah, we're all scum as far as Hollywood and television are concerned. But yeah, I mean,
Dangerously high temperature detected.
that is all it was. You know,
Well, you know, you say that, but I don't know if I've said it in the video or not. I mean, 7 hours was a long time. But you'd think they was doing all of that with a diversity in that. But the guy I thought was going to be a lead character was a black actor or an actor of colour, however you're supposed to say it these days. And he was pretty much sidelined after the first film into a secondary character.
I think it was worse than that. Not only was he sidelined, but he was just made utterly ridiculous. For a large part of The Last Jedi, all he wanted to do was just get the fuck away. And then and he just became this sort of like ridiculous caricature, you know, and he didn't actually contribute anything at all. Trying to see whereabouts you are.
I thought I'm running towards you. And,
Yeah.
I thought John Boyega was by far the best actor in the first film, or the first of the sequels.
Yeah, I mean, okay, that is sort of, you know, damning with faint praise, but yeah, it's certainly true. The annoying thing is as well, I think this was the point you were trying to make in the video. Adam Driver, he is not a bad actor either, but when you give, you know, actors like this such shit roles, what the fuck are they supposed to do with them? This contra here is good.
Oh, I'm really surprised. I thought that was going to come up blue.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised, but yeah, it's a surprise I'll take. Now there was some more here. From Erodian. Even when the Exobiology scanner had the mini game, it was a pretty thin edition. I know loads of people hated the Exobiology scanner mini game, and I wasn't all that struck on it at first, but once I got used to it, I had no problem with it. Although having said that, I'm not sorry that it's not here anymore. It's it was a bit unnecessary. You know, why would you have to go through all that to take a scan of an object that you're standing right in front of? It made the scanner seem like a really fucking useless piece of tech. So yeah, it wasn't the greatest, you know, game mechanic, but yeah, I did get used to it. So I didn't hate it as much as everybody else did. Right, going back to Star Wars here, you can do what you want with a prequel movie within an established franchise because the originals will always remain as good or bad as they were. Sequels are another matter. I'm not sure I agree with that because I can think of one example there. Alien. Alien Covenant and Prometheus are both prequels. And to me, and to a lot of other people actually, they are so shit. it's starting to taint how good the original was. I think actually Star Wars is suffering from that as well. Because well, if we just go through the 9 episodes, for me there's only 2 that are any good. I mean, Chris, I know you like Return of the Jedi, which I don't, but it still means that out of 9 films, there's only 3 that you would say are actually good films.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, I do. You know, you say I do like Return of the Jedi, so I'd say there was 3. I'd say there was 2 brilliant films, 1 really good film, 3 so-so films, 1 film, and 2 shite films.
You're a damn sight more generous towards it than me. But I mean, the thing is, the more of these like absolute shitfest sequels and prequels that we get, it starts to like damage the reputations of the originals. Because it gets to a point where you're watching them and you're thinking, you're remembering all these fucking bollocks sequels that are coming along, and it gets to the point where you just don't want to know any of it. I found some fun goiter, by the way.
Yeah, and I was tempted to land. But be careful where you walk.
Right, okay, I'll stay behind the ship for now.
Dangerously high temperature detected.
Right. Oh, there's a follow-up to that comment. The potential to divide fans is so easy because we will always have our own thoughts of where a story could go. It doesn't, however, mean that director can pretty much shit all over what went before. Well, that's exactly what they did do with the sequel trilogy, though, isn't it? I don't think it's going to matter which one of these we scan, because yeah, we're only going to be able to scan one of them.
So there's a load on the other hill over there. That's another Codex discovery. These ones are lime ones.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, you can tell they're lime ones because they're bright orange. I'll have a look. I don't think they are going to be far enough away.
No, I don't think so either. Now I'll say there's some beyond that as well.
Yeah.
And they're
all blue. Yeah, all art. Alright. Back to the ships. Alright, let's just carry on with the comments here. I noticed Ryan Johnson is making a Knives Out 2 and Knives Out 3. Don't know why. I'm not familiar with the first one, so... you just can't leave stuff alone. If it's good, you don't have to make a whole franchise. And unfortunately, though, that's what American-made films are like now. They can't just make a single one. If they make a film and it's successful, you know full well that they're going to straight away say, right, we're going to turn it into a trilogy. I got some more fun goiter here. Right, if you catch up. Where's the retro reviews, for fuck's sake? How many more times do I have to answer that question? So much so I'm not going to bother answering it now.
Who asked that?
Someone who rather suitably is called Roger the Knobster. I read an article regarding Lucas's ideas for his sequels were going to tie up and focus on the whole midi-chlorian story arc, and after the 3 movies we got, I'd have snapped his hand off. Well, we were talking about that in the video, weren't we? That was saying, Carvin was saying that yeah, the whole midi-chlorian thing had been effectively put to bed. I don't think anyone's going to be sorry about that.
Dangerously high temperature detected.
Well, I'm going to scan this while I'm stood by. I don't even know if you're out of your ship yet.
Oh yeah, I'm out and I've scanned. Right, we need to find one more patch and then we are all set. I know I keep on mentioning the Arkham games, but the code cracking device in Arkham would be good for exobiology. Yeah, I've got, I know I've got one, I may even have 2 of the Arkham games, and I've never booted up either of them. I don't even know why I got them, because I'm not really a huge Batman fan unless it's Adam West. You know, as far as I'm concerned, he is the one and only Batman. Right, I found a shitload more fungi though.
Alright, I'm going to leave an SRV here if I can land, because I've just found some osseous.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's the last thing we want on this planet, isn't it?
Yeah, so if you stay where you are a minute, let me just find a landing patch.
Okay.
Drop an SRV out. So this is another little tip we can give people.
Yeah, because it was something that I thought about trying for a while, and I always talked myself out of it. And then you took the plunge, and yeah, it fucking works well. So if you've got like an SRV or 2, and you find somewhere that is, you know, good, you know, it's got another exobiology specimen that you want to sample. So you just drop off your SRV there, get out of it, go back to your ship, and it will remain on like your HUD, showing you exactly where it is. So yeah, you can go back and find that other you know, exobiology, no problem, and it really does work fucking well. Right. Right, I seem to be a bit all over the place with keeping up with the comments here. Yeah, I get that, but even if the prequels are shit, if I love an original, they won't affect it for me. Oh, right, you mean, yeah, how subsequent films sort of erode how good the original was. I mean, Alien is, I think, the prime example of it, because, yeah, I freely admit, when it comes to Star Wars, as shit as, you know, 7 of the 9 films are, I will still watch Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back, you know, gladly. So it hasn't happened quite so much with Star Wars, but with Alien it really has. You know, I loved the first Alien film. I will watch the second. It's not a favourite.
It's the best film ever made.
Yeah.
But I think that's the thing with films, they're subjective, aren't they?
Oh yeah, totally.
I've just fallen through the planet.
Seriously, hang on, let's have a look. I can see you on the sensors.
Yeah, no, I managed to boost back onto the surface again.
Fucking hell.
Dangerously high temperature.
That was lucky, wasn't it?
Yeah. Okay, I can see you there. See where you are. Okay. Right. The Alien prequels.
The films are subjective.
Yeah, it's always going to be the case. What one person thinks is great, someone else is going to come along and say no, it's a fucking shit pile. Although if anybody says that they think Rise of Skywalker is great, then yeah. Right, so we got the Alien prequels are so far removed from the original, I have a hard time linking them narratively. Basically, why does the tech in Prometheus look more advanced than in Alien? Yeah, the thing is, with science fiction prequels, that happens all the time. I don't think any film, or any science fiction film that's a prequel, has ever got that right.
See, now I didn't mind Prometheus. I wouldn't go as far as to say it was a brilliant film or anything like that. But I kind of just have it as a film set in the Alien universe. I don't think of it as a prequel. I just think of it as another story. But I haven't bothered with Covenant because more people have told me to avoid it than they have to watch it. I will watch it eventually because I'm bound to.
Oh, it's fucking shite. It really is. I mean,
My SRV, by the way.
yeah, that's where I am heading to. Alright, yeah, I got it marked to there. Yeah, because I mean, the thing with Alien is, yeah, the first film fucking great, and I'll watch the second one. I'm not, I'm certainly not going to sit here and say, oh no, Aliens is a fucking shit pile. But the quality of those films went down so rapidly and so quickly because Aliens 3 was so shit that even Brian Glover couldn't save it. And Alien Resurrection just makes me think, what the fucking hell were they smoking when they came up with this? And yet I would watch Alien Resurrection, 10 times before I watch Covenant once again.
Right. That's the SRV plan works, by the way.
Oh yeah. It's a great way of marking somewhere on the map, that's for sure. I don't think you really wanted to be jumping there, did you? Right, where are I think that Prometheus and Alien Covenant both explore an area that is better suited to Blade Runner. Can androids think? To be honest, I don't think Covenant and certainly, well, no, Prometheus, but certainly Covenant. They like to pretend they are that sort of like cerebral sci-fi, but they really fucking ain't. If you want to watch cerebral science fiction, you want to watch stuff like Planet of the Apes, Logan's Run, Silent Running, but
Andromeda Strain.
yeah, Andromeda Strain, but not Alien Covenant. At least when Creative Assembly did the Alien Isolation game, they 100% nailed the look and feel for what is essentially an Alien sequel of sorts. Well, I know you're a bit of a... Hang on a second, I've got to let my guest out. I know you're a fan of Alien Isolation, aren't you?
Well, you say that. I bought it when it was going really cheap because it had the DLC with it, and it meant you could be Ripley on the Nostromo. That's the only reason I bought it. I've tried playing the game, and it's another Doom clone, isn't it? But
I find it very dull. I just couldn't get into it at all. But I don't have that DLC where you're playing the last scene from the original Alien. I suspect if I had that, my opinion of it would go up a fair bit.
did you have a look look at the video I did with that in it?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you sending me the link of that, and I was watching it. I mean, the thing with the game is, it looks great, but I mean, there are plenty of games to do this. You know, they look great, but you play them, and it just never grabbed me. It's missing something.
Yeah, like I say, I've only really ever played it for that DLC. And that's because I'm a huge fan of the first two Alien films.
I'll tell you what I'm not a huge fan of is trying to find Osseous discus. We got one, but yeah, the other two I reckon are going to be right bastard things.
I'm flying about 700 metres to your right, so...
Alright. I'll get back to the comments in a sec once I've got the ship down. Once you're trying to find Osseous discus, that could take a little bit.
Alright, once we get out of this craggy area, it should be a bit better.
Well, the thing is, this sort of craggy area is probably the better sort of terrain for finding these things.
Yeah, I would have thought the edge of it would have been a bit better than right in the middle of it.
Well, yeah, there is that. See, I found some here, but I don't know if they're far enough away, because of course we've sort of been going in a bit of a circle. Well, I'll see if I can find somewhere to land, and I'll give them the once over.
Warning. Dangerously high temperature detected.
Alright, that should be far enough away from where we were.
Yeah, they are green. They are good. Right, so that's two down. Right, where did I get up to with the comments here? So, yeah, Rodian is an Alien Isolation fan. He's also currently getting over the immense shock that you found a bug when you fell through the planet's surface there. Hopefully he'll survive that, I know. Mick DC, I think with Alien it's because the prequels retcon where the alien came from and it feels different when watching it now. Well, I mean, that's part of the problem, but the see, what made Alien work was the fact that we knew nothing about it. There was no sort of logic behind, you know, what it does. It was just this creature. You know, they picked it up and it was just killing them. They didn't know why, didn't know anything about it, and that's why it worked, because it was a total mystery. You know, everything that they were doing was pure guesswork. They had no reason to think that, you know, plan XYZ would work, but it was all they knew. We don't need backstory to it. You know, we don't need to be told, you know, how the alien came about and why it does what it does. You know, leave some mystery there. But, you know, they become obsessed with, you know, giving us backstory that nobody has asked for. No one really wants it.
I suppose that's the best thing about the first three movies, regardless of what you might think of the third one. At least it's stuck with the... well, we'll have an alien, but we're not going to tell you where the original one came from. I mean, they introduced the Queen in Aliens, but it still didn't say they came from here, they did this sort of thing.
Yeah, so yeah, that's one thing you can certainly say in Alien 3's favour, definitely. There you go, you found a positive for Alien 3.
I don't mind Alien 3.
No,
I don't think it's, you know, anywhere as near as good as the first two, but there's something about it I like. I don't know if it's because it was going to the cinema and actually watching a mostly British cast running around saying bollocks a lot. Something to do with it.
Well, let's face it, there's also the fact that he had Brian Glover in it. I mean, you can't watch a film with Brian Glover in and expect it to be, you know, anything other than brilliant, and then this thing came along and ruined that. Alright,
It might be tricky, but I think I might have found one.
Right, I've found one as well. Landing here doesn't look quite so bad, but I'll just double check to see if it is far enough away from the other two. Actually, landing around here where I am should be no problem. And it is green, so yeah, you want to come over here.
Well, I've landed, so
Oh, okay.
I'll check this one to see if it's the third one.
Yeah, I'll say yeah, it's the third one, so you know, it don't matter where you go.
Can't guarantee it's an obvious share. It might be a white rock, Chris.
Yeah, it's just what we want to fucking hear.
Well, I know if you're parked next to another one, so...
Yeah, so I won't take off or anything, but yeah, I've got all three scanned. Let's have another check on here. Right, this might put me in the minority, but one prequel I wasn't expecting to enjoy was the Thing prequel, where we saw the Norwegian side of the story. Does that mean you did like it? Because I thought the Thing prequel was diabolical. Because the alien was fucking stupid. It kept revealing itself at times when you would just think, why the fuck would it do it there? And then, the one that always stands out for me is when they're on the helicopter. You know, it's okay, the helicopter's coming back to land, but why did it have to reveal itself then? It was almost going to get away. Nobody knew what, you know, it was one of the 4 people on that helicopter. So they could have just repaired the helicopter or whatever, and they would have all buggered off, because none of them knew that they were being called back because, you know, well, we can't let anybody leave. So, yeah, it made no sense at all that the thing would reveal itself there. And then it spent a lot of the film not even attempting to, copy the, any of the humans there. It did it, like, you know, very briefly on a couple of occasions, but it spent most of the film wandering around looking like just this grotesque mess. Right. Alien Resurrection or Star Wars ROTG? ROTG?
Return of the Jedi.
Well, that would be J. I mean, I thought...
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Oh, okay.
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, you go. Right, Return of the Jedi. Now, that film was fucking good. I thought Dave was a great character in that. Eh?
That's when they reformed Rush, wasn't it?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Alien Resurrection or Return of the Jedi? I suppose it would be Return of the Jedi for me.
Yeah, it would be Return of the Jedi. At least that had a coherent story.
Yeah, I don't know how many times I've seen... Oh, go on.
I was going to say, you take the Ewoks out of it and just leave it as like all the space stuff, although it is, well, I'd say it's a bit far-fetched, but, you know, look at the game we're playing. But it at least had a coherent story. You know, there was a story. It tied up loads of stuff. It tied up with Luke and and Leia being brother and sister. It tied up exactly who Anakin Skywalker was. It tied up the Emperor. It tied up Ben and Yoda fully telling Luke how it was. You know, it brought it all together and tied it up nicely. And then they went and fucked it in episode 7.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I totally agree that it has a coherent storyline which Alien Resurrection does not have at all. I'm trying to think of anything that was good in Alien Resurrection, and I'm failing.
I'm scared to think that was good in Alien Resurrection. There's one thing that's good in Alien Resurrection.
Was it the fact that it ended?
Other than that, or the other good thing in Alien Resurrection, there's an outtake that almost completely fucked up the scene. You know the bit where Ripley tosses the basketball over her shoulder and it goes in the basket?
They got it right first take, wasn't it, or something?
Well, I don't know if it was the first take, but they got it right, and Ron Perlman totally forgot himself, so they go, yeah, and punch in the sky sort of thing because she'd done it.
Yeah.
And the cameras were still rolling. They had to. That's why that cuts off it really quickly in that film. And knowing that happened always makes me chuckle whenever I've had the misfortune of sitting through it.
Yeah, it's not one that I'll be going back to see. I won't be seeing that again anytime soon. That's for sure.
I bought that fucking film 3 times.
Oh yes, because you got like the box sets or something, didn't you? The special editions.
Well, I got first of all bought a box set on VHS, and then when I moved to DVD, I bought a box set on DVD, and then I bought it on Blu-ray as well.
Fuck.
So yeah, I've actually paid for that film 3 times, but I didn't see it at the cinema. The only Alien film I've seen at the cinema is the 3rd one, and Prometheus, but that's not really an Alien film.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of them at the cinema because, well, yeah, as I say, Alien is the only one that I would say is a great film, and that came out in 1979, wasn't it, or was it 78? But either way, yeah, I was a little bit underage to get in and watch a film that was rated X.
I have to admit, some of the set pieces in Alien 3 was pretty good. There's a bit at the beginning when they're cutting into the shuttle module or the escape pod when it's landing in the sea, and there's a bit where a face mask falls down. They did it in such a way that it looks like a face hugger, and I shit you not, I must have been, I don't know when that film came out, but I must have been sort of like 19 or 20, maybe 21, something like that.
Yeah.
And it was quite a full cinema because I went within like the first few days of it coming out, and me and my mate and everyone around us as a collective went when that happened. It shit the life out of the entire cinema. So it had some good set pieces on it. It was just I don't know, there was just something about that film that even though I like it, it's missing something the first 2 had. I mean, the first 2 are totally different. I mean, the first film's a stalker / a horror film, and the second film is like a war film. So
Yeah. I think one of the things it's missing is the element of surprise, because we see it twice before. We knew what to expect, and obviously that wasn't the fault of the film. There was no way that could be avoided. I did also just remember there is one other thing that Alien 3 got right, and that's the soundtrack. The soundtrack that Alien 3 is fucking great. And it kind of annoys me. They got a soundtrack that good, but wasted it on a film that was that forgettable.
It's not that forgettable because we're talking about it, mate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got a point there. Another.
You know the high regard I hold Charles Dance in, and he was fucking great in that film.
Yeah, it's just a shame he wasn't in it for all that long.
This is also true. Well, Brian Glover, wasn't it?
Oh, no, that's true, yeah. Right, so we got another comment here, Erodian. I was really surprised by the new Dune movie. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I haven't seen it. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it yet. I've only seen good stuff about it because they've expanded it into 3 films. I think they're doing, so they haven't had to sort of cut out so much stuff. But Will it be the same without Kyle MacLachlan and Patrick Stewart? I don't know. And Sting.
I was going to say, at least it hasn't got Sting with wings on his nadgers, so he's got to have something going for it. Right, so we can't really say much about the new Dune. Mind you, there's a comment here, again, Erodian. I was slightly put off by my girlfriend creaming over every man in the film, but it was good. Yeah.
Well, you should have done the same to the women, rights and all that.
Pro Skills he's mentioning summer camp again. God dear, he seems to have quite some obsession with that fucking monstrosity. I think Thalamus's summer camp would make a good Disney film, or at least on par with their usual turnouts. Trouble is, if we're talking Disney animated films, I can't think of a single one that I could say I like. And when it comes to their live action films, you got Tron, and there you go.
I might as well weigh in on that as well. I would say the last good Disney films, I don't mind their older stuff. I think the last Disney film that I could say was something I really enjoyed, but I'm talking about when I was a kid, was probably The Fox and the Hound. So that's what, about 1980? So yeah, they haven't done well for the last 41 years.
No, I remember, my mum took me and my sister to see The Fox and the Hound. Yeah. Why is a 3754? What are you searching for? Any biologics? Oh, unless you mean specifically then. Yeah, we were looking for the osseous discus. But yeah, we found them. Stephen Jakes, I feel the director cut of Alien 3 kind of pulled it together a bit better than the theatrical version. I've not seen it. Is the director's cut the one where the alien emerges from like some stored meat or something, not out of the dog?
I can't remember. I've probably got that in the box there. But funnily enough, I think that the Blu-ray ones, I've only ever watched the first two.
You do surprise me. Why is it 3754? You got a Halloween skin? Yes, I did. Yeah, someone had to. Erodian, however much you say you hate Alien 3, it's not as much as the director hates it. It's not another Alan Smithy one, is it? Or is it just that the studio interference, as there always is?
I'm just looking at the comments myself here.
Stephen Jakes, I think it was a victim of itself. Right, we're going back to the Thing prequel. As original Thing fans, we all know what it was and how it would go. Nothing to surprise us with. I just went along with it. I really do not like. There's one reason above all others as to why I don't like the Thing prequel. They had all of these great practical effects made, and I think in a lot of cases they had filmed the scenes, and then the studio came along and said, no, you've got to replace it all with CGI. Oh, fuck off. Because that literally is just using CGI for the sake of CGI. The practical effects had all been built. Yeah. Fucking. I think what it was, I really appreciated how the end credits were the intro to John Carpenter's The Thing. To be honest, I thought that was a bit predictable. I was expecting the film to end with the helicopter chasing after the dog. And then the final comment so far, Thalamus Summer Camp official soundtrack is a classic. I can't remember it. If it's anything like as nauseating as the game, then it's not one for me. Right, well, I think we are done for this system. I know there are a couple more planets we can scan, but I don't know how you are doing for time there.
I've got to get up at 5:30. I think I'd rather go back to tier and catch this.
Yeah, let's go.
Carry and then go to bed.
Yeah, let's go and hand this lot in. We got a reasonable amount. How many did we get in the end? 15. Yeah, so yeah, it ain't bad.
No, not at all. Right, where are we going in this station? I can never remember what the bloody station's called here.
Bolden's something or other.
Baldrick's Trousers.
That'd be a good name for a station. Don't know how often you'd want to land there, but yeah, the name would certainly be eye-catching. Now, if there's anyone watching,
in charge of naming things.
Yeah, I'm quite relieved actually. Yeah, you weren't in charge of that part. Now, if there is anyone watching this who has not yet played or seen or whatever, update 8. When we approach the station, you're about to see what I think is the shittiest part of this entire update. It's just so badly done, and there really is no excuse for it, to be this bad. You know, I forgot I'm in a ship that has a fuel scoop.
Bloody hell, that makes a change, doesn't it?
Yeah, we go, because I spend most of the time in my other Diamondback, of course that hasn't got one.
Fuel scooping complete.
So as far as future Elite Dangerous videos or live streams go, there's one that we will definitely be doing fairly soon, which has been put off for months now, and I don't want to put it off anymore. That's likely to be the next one, I think. Actually, we'll be heading into hazardous resource extraction sites, but we will be in a very specific type of ship, and I reckon we'll do okay actually. Oh, fuck.
I don't know how you took me into doing these things.
I've got to evade this fucking interdiction because I'm in a ship that has no weapons at all.
Alright, I've just overshot the thingy just in case you wanted help.
Oh, you're alright. There you go, that's him evaded.
Righto, I'll carry on then.
I hate evading interdictions. I always want to just blow fuck out of them, but of course in this thing that's going to be rather difficult.
Yeah, I've yet to have a ship with no weapons on it. I like being able to shoot things.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's good in the right circumstances, but yeah, then you get something like that happening. Yeah, you got no option but to avoid a fight. I don't want to avoid fights. I want to blow the fuck out of these cunts.
Anytime this station wants to appear, it's more than welcome to. There we go.
Yeah, it is. Here we go. Alright, so yeah, sometime today. Fuck's sake. This is currently the longest it's ever taken. There we go, it finally emerges. I mean, what a pile of shit.
Yeah, that is definitely the low point of this particular update, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's ludicrous.
That doesn't sound good.
I deployed landing gear. I'm not even in the station yet.
Well, I'll link you up and see what we're going to get for this lot.
Okay, I'll be amazed if there's any firsts, but you never know.
Especially around here. Most of them were first for me.
True. Right, you've got some Herodian. David Fincher just wasn't left alone by the studio. He found a lot of helpful advice from Brian Glover. If anything else good needs to be said about the man, well, I mean, he's, you know, he's Brian Glover, you know. What more needs to be said?
Well, I mean, if it was helpful, the only trouble with Brian Glover is, you know, you never know if you've said too much.
Did you ever see any footage of him when in his wrestling days? Yeah. You could tell he was loving every second of it.
I've got to move nearer my screen to make sure I'm reading that right. That's 5.925.5 million.
Fucking.
That's 5,925,500 for selling this page.
Genomics.
That ain't bad.
To sell.
Yeah, there's no first as suspected, but I'll take 6 million.
Yeah. 5,900,000.
Some of
So.
the money back from my fucking new Python that I bought for engineering.
Yeah. So that should increase your Exobiology rank by 12%. And that's a huge amount. So what we get for each? So yeah, the Osseous discus 596,500. Cactoidovermis, yeah, so that was the most valuable one, 711,500. And the Clippius 426,200 each time, and it's not like they were difficult to find. So, yeah, nigh on 6 million. Yeah, I'll definitely have that. So that will increase my rank by 3%. That should take me up to 85%, which, yeah, that ain't bad.
Like the important things, have I actually got my sunglasses on today?
You have, your sunglasses are on.
Wow, how about that?
Yeah, amazing, eh?
It's the best game ever.
Yeah. Well, the second most important thing, do I still look like a Scooby-Doo villain?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, there you go, see, so...
Especially more so, now the hat's off.
Yeah. Yeah, so they got the important stuff right. That's you know, we're all right there. Right, let's just have a look at what else we've got comment wise. Did that fleet carrier inventory glitch get fixed? I don't know. I've not tried it since you know, patch 8 came along, so I've no idea. I've never seen that pop in. That's bad. Yeah, I mean, that was the worst it's been yet. That was a long old fucking wait. You know. And Cauldron of Stardust, 7 dislikes. I've never disliked a Lukozer video. I don't understand some folks. Yeah, the thing is, I don't give a fuck. Never have, never will. So, you know.
I'm not definitely get one every video I put out. I don't care. If you don't like it, don't fucking watch it, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, it's not even that. They're not even watching it. They log in long enough to click down and then they fuck off again. You know, it's like, yeah, so.
Well, yeah, well, whatever. I mean, that's the thing that makes me laugh about that is it literally gives you another interaction and moves your videos up the list. It might only be a little bit, but, you know,
Yeah.
stupid cunts.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking bollocks. I mean, it's been happening on my channel for, oh dear, at least 3 years. Yeah, you can tell it bothers me because, yeah, I'm still doing them. You Anyway, I think that will do then for this stream. So, yeah, 3 planets scanned for exobiology, and we made 6 million, or just shy of. So, yeah, that's a bit of a result. So to recap, yeah, that is why when you're looking for exobiology signals, look for planets that have a thin water atmosphere, and even though it's going to be a lot of like the same stuff, so you're never going to find like receptor or electrica or anything like that on them, but you are going to find stuff that's got the value, and you will find at least 6 different things. So yeah, it's worth doing, and you'll progress through the exobiology rank. You know, no problem. There you go. I'm actually proving to be helpful at the end of this. I think that's got to be a first.
Right. Well, who the fuck are you and what have you done with Lukozer?
Yeah, I'll let the real one back at some point, but don't hold your breath, you know. So anyway, that will do then for this stream. Say the next one will be in hazardous extraction sites in ships that can only be described as optimistic, but yeah, that should be all right. Fuck knows when it will be, but it will. I'm sure it'll be sooner rather than later, because yeah, it's been delayed for months now, and I'm getting sick of it constantly getting delayed. So I want to get that one done. So yeah, keep a lookout for that. And in the meantime, go away.